once I press the remote, do you see guys? Any button, any remote, I can even use this one for a receiver. Let's press again. Means what? Means see these small black sensors? It might just be the eyes of your electronics. From your TV remote to obstacle avoiding robots. Without it, your devices would be completely blind. Today, I'll show you how an IR receiver works, how to test it using just the multimeter, and why it's so important in electronics, even in Arduino projects. So guys, welcome to the episode number 31, where I'm going to teach you in details the IR receiver and emitter, its purpose, applications, how to test it, common failures, and much more. So guys, without wasting time, let's begin with the theory part. So an IR receiver is an electronic sensor that detects invisible infrared light, usually from a remote control, and converts it into an electrical signal. So its application, we find it in remote controls for TVs, audio systems, air conditioners, security alarms, robotics, as eyes to detect obstacles, smart home systems, and many other devices. And basically, in the world of Arduino and DIY electronics, IR sensors are everywhere. They are used in line follower robots, obstacle avoiding robots, and alarms. With Arduino, they can detect objects, distances, sense motion, or even act as a communication receivers between devices. And of course, some projects even use IR sensors for voltage measurements. If you have ever built a small robot, chances are these sensors played a key role in making it see the world. By the way, if you want more unique content, behind the scenes explanations, and free schematic downloads for your projects, you can join me on my Patreon page. The link is in the description. So let's see right now the working principle, how IR sensors works. So remotes sense modulated IR light pulses, receiver filters and converts to electrical signals. Microcontroller interprets. Note that IR light is invisible to our eyes but can be seen through a phone camera. Now guys, we reach the most important part, how to test IR sensors. So guys, here I'm going to teach you two methods. The first method, by using any 5-volt adapter you have. The second method is just by using the multimeter, the ohm option. So let's begin with the voltage test by using a 5-volt output adapter. Any adapter can work. So guys, for the first test, the tools needed are a working remote, 5-volt adapter, and multimeter. First step, let's set the multimeter to the DC volt, and let's select 20 volt, as you can see. Second step is to understand the sensor, the IR sensor pinout. Basically, we have here 3 pins. One pin here is for ground, another for IR or output, and another one is for the VN. So these 3 pins here are those here, as you can see. So let's detect the ground pin, the VN, and the IR. So don't worry, my friends. Any IR sensor, you can use the same working principle to detect its pinout. For example, here I have this board. No problem. Just go to the back here. We have the 3 pins for the sensor, and here we have basically the output. Here we have VCC, here we have ground, clock, data, we have IR. So if you pay attention, guys, if we follow, for example, this line here, okay, if we follow this path, okay, here, as you can see, so goes to the IR, means this is IR output over here. So what about this one, my friends? Let's follow it. So here we have the path, goes here, directly to here, then it passes under this 0 ohm resistor, and then go in this side, the second one, okay, here, connected to the ground. Okay, connected to the ground. We can even check using the multimeter. Let's select the continuity option here in the multimeter and let's check. Okay, here we have ground. This one is connected to the ground, as you can see, my friends. Okay, so this is ground. This one here, as we have seen, connected to what? To IR, or to the output. So here, this is basically the input. Good. So now we have ground, IR or output, and this is the input or VCC. So guys, the first test, as I told you, use the 5-volt adapter. Okay, so this is the 5-volt adapter. Any 5-volt adapter, don't worry guys, connect the black cable to the ground, okay, and of course the red cable to the VCC here. In every board you have, don't worry, my friend. So guys, let me plug the adapter. Okay, plug it. Please guys, attention, maybe this is the first time you will see this kind of testing and knowledge. If I put the black probe here, okay, and the red probe here, we have 5 volt in the multimeter. This is amazing. Okay, let's make it easy for you. Let's go to this side. Here we have the ground, this one. Okay, and over here we have the IR or the output. We have 5 volt. Good. Let me zoom out a little bit, because now I'm going to use the remote. Any remote you have, no problem. Any remote, infrared remote for television, for receivers, no problem. Let's do it again and make things easier. Do you see? We have 5 volt. Let's press the remote. Look. Do you see? The voltage, the 5 volt is not stable. The voltage decreases. Now the voltage is stable, 5 volt. Once I press the remote, do you see, guys? As you can see, any button. So any remote, I can even use this one for a receiver. Let's press. Do you see, guys? Again, any button. Do you see? Means what? Means this IR receiver is good, is serviceable. Okay, my friends, so please remember, before passing to the second test, aim remote and press a button. The voltage changes or pulses indicate it's working. And of course, as I told you, you can check the remote output first with a phone camera before using it. And for the pinouts, as I told you, the 3-pin IR has the ground, the VIN or VCC, and the Vout or IR output. So guys, let's now pass to the method number 2, the resistance check. For this method, the tools needed, just the multimeter. So we will use the multimeter and check the resistance between each 2 pins, the internal resistance. So depending on the type of the IR sensor, you're gonna find a resistor. Of course, you can use its reference to know about the exact resistance, but the most important is you have not to get an up line or a short. You have to get a resistor. For this kind of 3-pin IR sensor, the resistance between its pins are very high. It could be thousands of ohm. Let's check it out. So let's select, for example, 20k or even 200k. Let's select 200k. So guys, let's check between the output here or IR pin and the ground. Do you see? We have about 50 kilo ohms because we choose 200 kilo ohms. Do you see, guys? About 50 kilo ohms. Let's check between IR and the VN. The same reading. Do you see? Same reading means this is a good what? This is a good IR sensor. So please remember to check between IR and ground and also IR and VN. So this is how we check this kind of IR sensor, and depending on the model or the type of sensor, you will get a different resistance. But the most important, you have not to get up line like this, no reading, or if you get a short, of course, bad sensor. So guys, finally, what about failure causes and symptoms? The causes basically are over voltage, physical damage called solder joint. That's why always, guys, you have to check the solder. Any dry or cold solder, you have to solder it again. For the symptoms, no signal response, unstable output, constant voltage with no IR detection. So guys, now you know how to test and understand an IR receiver from your TV to your Arduino robot. Comment the next component you want me to test in our journey and I'll make it happen. Please like, share and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's test. Please, as I told you before, for anyone who wants to thank me, the best way to say thank you is by liking and sharing the video. So thank you very much and see you with another component.